All right, good morning. I asked Google Gemini here, theoretically, how tall could a structure be built on the moon? Could we build skyscrapers that are much taller than the Empire State Building or the Burj Khalifa in Dubai? Could we use the moon as a possible jump point to make launching rockets and other materials easier and more fuel efficient to transport throughout space? Gemini responds, theoretically, the height of structures built on the moon could vastly exceed anything we have on Earth, including the Empire State Building and the Burj Khalifa. Here's why. The moon allows for much taller structures. Lower gravity. The moon's gravity is only about one-sixth that of Earth's. This is the most significant factor. Less gravity means less downward force on a structure, reducing the compressive stress on building materials. A given material can support a much greater column of itself before it buckles or crushes. There's no atmosphere or wind. Earth-based skyscrapers have to contend with immense wind loads, which require robust and often flexible designs to prevent swaying and collapse. The moon has virtually no atmosphere, so there's no wind. This eliminates a major design constraint and allows for much lighter, less bulky structures for the same height. Minimal seismic activity. While the moon does experience moonquakes, they are generally much weaker and less frequent than Earth's earthquakes. This reduces the need for extensive seismic dampening and reinforcement, which adds significant weight and complexity to earthbound structures. The vacuum environment. The vacuum of space also means no weathering from rain, snow, or humidity, which can degrade building materials over time. How tall could they be? While exact theoretical limits are still being studied, some estimations suggest that structures on the moon could potentially reach several kilometers, or even tens of kilometers in height. For comparison, the Empire State Building, approximately 443 meters, or 1,454 feet to the tip of its antenna. Yeah, it's less than 500 meters. I can already tell it's less than half a kilometer. Burj Khalifa is approximately 828 meters. Ooh, almost 1 kilometer. 2,717 feet to the tip. So, yes, we could absolutely build skyscrapers much taller than the Burj Khalifa on the moon. Designs for kilometer scale towers are being investigated. Yeah, you can build a highway on that thing. And the theoretical limits are likely much higher than that, perhaps limited by more practical construction challenges and material availability than by fundamental physics. The moon as a jump point for space travel. Yes, the moon offers significant advantages as a jump point for launching rockets and materials throughout space. Lower escape velocity. Due to its weaker gravity, the escape velocity from the moon is much lower than that from Earth. It takes significantly less energy and thus less fuel to launch a rocket from the lunar surface into space compared to launching from Earth. This could save vast amounts of fuel and costs for missions beyond Earth's orbit. Lunar resources. The moon contains resources like water ice, especially at the poles, which can be processed into rocket propellant, hydrogen, and oxygen. If we can live off the land and produce fuel on the moon, it drastically reduces the need to launch everything from Earth, which is incredibly expensive. Also, live off the land is in quotes because that's particularly specifically talking about rocket fuel. We're not talking about food or anything like that. Strategic location. The moon is relatively close to Earth and sits at the edge of Earth's gravitational well. This makes it an ideal staging point for missions to Mars, asteroids, or even further into the solar system. By launching from the moon, we can bypass the most energy intensive part of a space journey, escaping Earth's strong gravity. Vacuum for manufacturing. The vacuum on the moon is also beneficial for certain types of manufacturing processes that require extremely clean environments, potentially allowing for the production of advanced components for spacecraft. Wow, cool. In summary, the moon's environment makes it a highly advantageous location for building incredibly tall structures and for serving as a vital stepping stone for humanity's expansion into the solar system. Solid. That is a solid answer. I love it. All right. How tall can we theoretically build structures on the moon? Now we know. Miles, kilometers. We can build highways on that. We could build all kinds of crazy designs too. We could do so much. Like it's like an architect's playground. And then just in space, even the moon has gravity. So in space, It's right in the middle of nowhere. Start building stuff, and like it's kind of even less limits. All right. Thanks for watching.